I'm tired, and I bet you're tired too. Whether it's caused by studying, working, finding a job, or even pretending to study. It seems like everyone is exhausted these days, and honestly, I don't blame anyone for feeling tired. Life can be overwhelming sometimes, and it feels like we're being swept by a strong current in the ocean. It feels suffocating sometimes. I needed to finish something, yet here I am, having accomplished nothing. It's so easy to get overwhelmed with life, and why it's important that we take a break sometimes. Read a book, go jog for a bit, watch anime. But what is the best anime to watch when feeling tired? It has to be something interesting, right? Something that breaks away from reality with fantasy. Freeren, ReZero, maybe even something that involves crazy world building? Oh? Yuru Camp? Wait, what? A slice of life? Are you kidding me? When it comes to theatrics, Eurocamp would probably not rate pretty high. I mean, it's a show about camping. How can it be entertaining? How can I possibly get hooked to a show on a niche hobby I'm not even into? And those are valid points, as not everyone camps. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of camping myself, considering that it's very warm in my country.
Alone! Ah!
However, the show Something About It still keeps me hooked to it despite that fact. And it even makes me want to go camping. It makes me want to find dried sticks and start a fire. It makes me want to read a book sitting by the lake. It wants me to just lay back and relax. Yuru Camp is a show on camping with arguably 4 to 5 main characters. Shimarin is one of those main characters, and she likes to camp as a hobby. She's been camping solo since middle school and was heavily inspired by her grandfather, who is also a big camper. She goes to nearby campgrounds every winter to camp and relax. Funny thing is, I wasn't actually a big fan of Rin prior to rewatching the show to make this, and now all I can say is Shimarin is me for real. She camps solo as she enjoys the peace and quiet, but she's not necessarily like Bocchi, who is shy of human interaction. She just likes her alone time. In one of those solo camping trips, Rin meets a girl named Nadeshiko in an unusual manner. Rin saw her sleeping on a public bench and commented how that's one way to get a cold. She then meet her later in the evening, with Nadeshiko feeling cold and hungry. Rin then invited her to her camp to help said girl and would be the starting point for Nadeshiko's interest in camping. It turns out that they go to the same school, because of course they do. But Nadeshiko doesn't really know that from the get-go. She joins the outdoors club, which comprises of 2 girls, Awai Inuyama and Chiaki Ogaki, who are interesting people. They probably also form a total of 1 brain cell between the 3 of them. Said 1 brain would also lead to them planning and successfully going on a camping trip together. They traveled to Fuefuki, a city in Yamanashi Prefecture, and experienced the food, the scenery, and the amenities that the city has before reaching their campsite. This would not be their last camping trip though, as together along with another girl, Ena Saito, and sometimes Shimarin, accompanied by their drunkard club advisor, goes to many different stunning views across the country. I know some video essays go more in depth on the summarized version of the story, but to be honest, I don't want to do that, as it takes away from the magic of an anime. What is there to explore when you already know everything about it? Instead, let's talk about what makes it such a great anime, and what makes it such a good show to just sit back and relax. As some of my viewers would know, I like to listen to opening and ending credits of shows, and Eurocamp does not fail to disappoint in this aspect. The opening is heavily inspired by the Jackson 5's I Want You Back, from the instrumentation to the feel of the song. However, the ending is also great. It fits the campy vibe the show has. The song's primary instrument is an acoustic guitar played with a fingerstyle technique, something that is often associated with camping because of how accessible it is to bring a guitar to a campsite. The opening and ending of Season 1 is great, but it's not the only standout in the music department. The show's OSTs are great and memorable. It's probably one of the few times where I am able to remember the OSTs of a show, even after finishing the anime. I would like to play the OSTs to share it, but copyright hammer is just breathing down on my neck at this point, so yeah. Comedy is also an underrated aspect of the show. Although not tagged as a comedy, it made me laugh multiple times per episode. It's lighthearted and it's just the right amount for the show. It's not too distracting and it doesn't force itself to be funny. It feels natural. The show is also more than just for entertainment, as it can also be educational. It's the perfect show for beginners and camping to learn and absorb new stuff. But it also has some food recipes that I might try to cook at home. The pasta soup recipe actually sounds delicious. Just ignore the fact that she snapped the pasta into two.
Emotional damage!
Speaking of food, the food in this show is just on another level. Although it doesn't have Ghibli levels of animation when it comes to food, it never failed to make me hungry. In fact, I kinda regret watching this near midnight as it means I'd have to go to sleep hungry. To be honest, I only realized how crucial food is in enhancing the show. I mean, what is camping without the food, right? It doesn't even have to be camping, it could be picnics or just traveling. The show never fails in highlighting how good food is, and Nadeshiko looking like that when she eats makes me want to cry myself to sleep hungry. Lastly, the reason as why it took me so long to finish this video was because I had a hard time explaining how the show resonates with me, and only in the last minute when I finished the script did it click. The show to me is like when I stare at the sun, slowly rising in the early morning. The show is like a sunrise that makes us wow in the breathtaking scenery. It forces us to slow down and appreciate the things around us. We all have different pressures in our daily lives, and that thing blinds us from something that we take for granted. A sunrise is such a beautiful thing to behold, but why do we never notice it? Sometimes we are so caught up with everything around us that we miss what's happening around us. We forget to appreciate the small things in life. Yuru Camp is like a sunrise that reminds us of the beauty of nature and of our own world. To be honest, life is too short to always be in a rush. So let's take the time to slow down for a bit and rest before we continue on our daily lives. Thank you for watching. I want to apologize for taking a while to make this because I really wanted to make sure I'm able to get the gist of the show. So I rewatched the entirety of season 1. I know it's a bit overplayed now, but please like and subscribe to watch what I have in store in the future. Thank you very much.